up, everybody? Happy New Year. It's your girl, Milli, back with another episode of the Sip and Sip podcast. We are in season 5, and I am proud to have on our show tonight. She is the star of Love and Marriage DC. She's the queen of the snowflakes. When I tell you, Elsa, winter has come. Let's give a round of applause to fan favorite, the queen of the snowflakes, Miss Winter Harris. Hey, girl.
Hey, excited
How
to
are
be
you
back.
doing?
I'm doing amazing. No complaints. God is
No
good.
complaints. I'm
Yeah.
so happy and elated that you are back. This is your 3rd episode on the Sip and Sit podcast.
Who would have known? I did
Who
not.
would have known?
I thought this was my second time. I didn't know it was my third. So I'm
It-
happy to be back. Thank you for having me back.
Yes. And I thank you so much for always coming back, because you bring such a light every time I interview you. You're very personable and very genuine and kind-hearted, but you keep me rolling, you keep me laughing. And of course, we are getting back into season 2, the continuation of Love and Marriage DC. I want to tell you, Winter, where have you been, girl? Because y'all been missing in action. And the thing is, we're trying to figure out what's going on with the show. Is it coming back? But thank you, Lord. Shout out to God, because y'all are back
We are
January
back.
7th. And I want to get into some things. Winter, what is the tea going on with you, girl?
I mean, I guess what do you want to know? What are fans wanting to get caught up on? Because I'm trying to think of where I left off. I
Well,
have
you
reconciled with the ladies. So
yes.
okay, so that is still in a positive place. Probably shocking to most of the fans that Ashley and I are super cool. I was just
Mm-hmm.
at her house last night, so we are going to be coming together to collaborate and recap every episode every week together.
Oh, I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait for that. 2 of you all on Instagram Live every Saturday during a
Every
recap. Oh,
Saturday,
that is going
every
to,
Saturday, we're
y'all
going to
gonna
go
break the internet
live.
with that.
Yes. So we actually filmed 2 teaser
Ooh.
episodes that we're going to drop in the next couple of weeks. So we recorded last night, and then, we'll see you guys every week when the show starts airing. So we call it Fire and Ice because,
Ooh.
she's the
Ooh,
fire,
yep.
I'm the ice, but
Yeah.
it's,
Ashley does bring the heat, but you bring the sense of coolness.
yes,
But you bring the feistiness as well. So I like that.
absolutely.
I think you all are the dynamic duo that nobody ever saw coming, right?
No, I wouldn't say nobody. It's funny because one of the producers said to me, he said, I know things are really tense, but for some reason, I feel like you and her are going to end up being really good friends when all is said and done. And I'm like, no way. Like, I would
Mhm.
never. Child. We are. Like, we actually have spent a lot of time together. So,
Mhm.
I think it's weird for people to see on the outside. They don't necessarily get to see kind of the behind the scenes or real
Mhm.
life
Mhm.
situations that have been able for us to kind of bridge the gap and find some continuity and togetherness. Like we've been on a vacation together. So
Yes. Yes.
um yeah, so I think that's interesting, and you'll get to see a little bit more of that. I feel like, and it's funny because Ashley and I talked about this last night, the second half is kind of divided into 3 different focuses. And
Mm.
it's the situation, of course, between Ashley and Erana and Joy,
Yeah,
right?
that triangle, that drama triangle.
Correct. And then it'll focus a bit on Joy and Clifton. They have an added interesting kind of caveat. The whole you guys
Mm.
saw the teaser clip, so
Yes.
there's the Carmen of it all, and
Yes.
then my relationship with the rapper.
Yes.
Those
Yes.
are like the 3 main tracks that the show is on for the
Mhm.
remainder of the season.
And it has entwined with drama, drama, and more drama as we go into the rest of the episodes. But before we start talking about the season, you have been everywhere. You have been performing. You are now a recording artist.
Yeah.
You are legit. You are out here booked and busy as always. I mean, speaking engagements all across the world, internationally. You still being a mom. How do you juggle the show, your speaking engagements, being a recording artist? How do you juggle everything?
I don't know. I think it's a valid question that I still have yet to find the answer to. I think I was saying to my publicist a couple of weeks ago, I was like, there legitimately needs to be three of me. He was like, girl, I don't know how you do it. Like, I'm your publicist and I don't know how you do it because I really do a lot. Um,
Hmm.
and I'm a recovering perfectionist, so I try to, not only just do things but do them well. That's important to me, and I also like work outside of this media and entertainment space.
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
there's so much going on the outside. Like, we're planning for my book tour because my latest book
Wow.
is dropping. So it's just, I don't know. By the grace of God is all I can say. I feel like whatever God gifts you with, he equips you for. Like, that's really my
Mm.
belief. And so
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't believe he'll ever put more on us than we're capable of handling. So
That's
I feel
right.
like if these things are coming to me,
Hmm.
clearly he's either given me the ability to handle it, the resources to handle it, or the support system to handle it.
Hmm.
And,
Hmm.
and those three things honestly keep me going. But I have big dreams. Like, my goal is to
Hmm.
be baby Oprah. I don't
Oh
have to be
yes.
Oprah, but I say baby Oprah because I'm like,
Hmm.
one day Oprah may retire and someone needs to take her.
Someone will step up and will be
Yes,
crowned the new
somebody
queen of daytime.
needs to lead the charge. So I think about that, but I work really hard, like, outside
Hmm.
of the show, and the show is great, and
Hmm.
it serves its purpose. But for me, I just have so many things that I want to accomplish, and so
Hmm.
many dreams that I want to see realized, that I
Yes.
have to really stay focused on
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
outside of reality TV, because we
Hmm.
don't know if it will continue on or not. But I do
Hmm.
know that I want to make sure that I stay focused on what God has called me to do. So,
Yes.
kind of where it is, but I don't know how I do it. I don't have an answer to that. It's just one day at a time.
One day at a time. And I think it's just a little bit of sprinkle of the strength of a southern woman and a black woman, period. Like
Come
we
on.
can do it all. Come on. Like,
Yes.
I'm a southern belle, you are a southern belle, but it's
Yep.
something about us southern bells, like we just get it done, black
We
women,
do.
period.
We do. And I think it's a part of how we're raised, because a lot of us
Hmm.
come from large families
Hmm.
where, you got to pull your weight. You got to, you
Yes,
got to
you got to pull
contribute.
that.
Yes. So I think it has something, there's something to be said for being raised that way. I'm the
Hmm.
oldest, so I'm used
Hmm.
to having a lot of responsibility. It's just kind
Hmm.
of been the way it is. And then getting
Oh
married
yeah.
so young and having kids so young,
Hmm.
like, I've always had a tremendous amount of responsibility.
Hmm.
However, it has prepared me to be able to manage the amount of things that I have to
Hmm.
manage now. So I'm grateful for it, because most people wouldn't be able to do it. But I love that
Right.
I can still have family, but,
Hmm.
realize my hopes and dreams. I didn't have to put everything on hold
Hmm.
like so
And
many
you
people.
and you make it look so effortlessly. Like you make it look so easy. I'm like, how does she do it? Like, Mary Tyler Moore, like, thinking back during those times and watching that show, she did it all, like,
Yeah.
a hectic job. Like she did everything. And I feel like you just do it effortlessly. Like I don't think you get tired, Winter. I think you just kind of
Oh,
push on.
I definitely get tired if you ask my friends and family, if
Hmm.
I'm not gonna do nothing else, I'm gonna get a nap.
Oh,
Like,
naps are important now. Naps are important.
I am a nap queen. Like, I believe in my sleep, and so I'm not my best self if I don't get it. So
Mhm.
yeah, I get my sleep now. If I go on vacation, Winter's going to sleep. Like,
Oh
I go on
yeah.
vacation to rest. I just got back from Cancun like a month ago, I think. Yeah, about a month
Ooh.
ago. And all I did
Ooh.
was I slept most of the time. Like my body was tired. It's been a busy year. So I just rested. I believe in rest. So now I'm gonna get him sleep. So I feel like rest helps
Mhm.
me have the energy that I need to get stuff done.
And like I said, once you have your that rest, it's like, oh, it's go time then.
Right.
It's like, hey, the queen of the snowflakes are here. She's ready. She's popping. She's doing
Right.
it. So I want to ask you. We're talking about season two,
Yes.
the first half, and we saw you, heal on your healing journey. We saw the real winter, the fun winter, the
Yeah.
winter that took accountability. How have you grown as a person since your first season up until now? How have you grown in just a tremendous like amount of time?
Yeah, I think for me, the most beautiful part about my journey on reality
Mhm,
TV is that essentially you guys have seen me grow up. And I know that
mhm,
sounds crazy to say, but when you kind of are raised in a very sheltered environment where,
mhm,
everything is either church, school, or home,
mhm,
you are very green to what the real world is like. And so
mhm,
I feel like a lot of the mistakes I made was just literally just being green and not really
mhm,
knowing. So the situation I went through season one really helped me open my eyes, grow up. I learned a lot.
mhm,
Um, watching yourself back on TV, you learn a lot about yourself and who you are as a person. I
mhm,
feel like it gave me the ability to just really embrace who I am,
mhm,
flaws and all.
mhm.
Um, Still love Jesus. That has not changed, but
Yes.
I'm definitely not religious like I
Mhm,
was before, which was just so much foolishness and all the things that I see going on kind of in the church now. I'm really kind of glad that I woke up sooner rather than later.
mhm,
Um, but yeah, you guys just really saw me grow up. And I
mhm,
think that has been tremendously helpful in
mhm,
God opening up other doors for me. I wasn't ready prior
mhm,
to that kind of happening. Like if I hadn't grown up, I don't believe that God would have given me the opportunities that I have now.
mhm,
I
mhm,
think
mhm.
this needed to happen and he was like, "Okay, now you're ready. Like you can heal,
Yes.
you can go into those places and spaces that I've designated for you, fully aware of things versus being green and
Mhm,
unassuming and unaware because this
mhm,
entertainment industry is ruthless and you
mhm.
have to
Yes.
be what the Bible says, wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove. I'm still always going
Mhm,
to be kind in my Southern Belle self, but
mhm.
I'm a lot wiser now and I
Yes.
am a
Yes.
lot more cautious and cognizant
Mhm,
of things.
mhm,
And I've also gotten better at like building relationships and really
mm.
knowing what it means to set your pride and ego aside and really,
Yes.
kind of get to know people for who they
Mhm.
are.
Yeah.
Accept it or not, I think it's just been a great growing season for me. So you guys have
Mhm.
really seen me evolve as a
Yes.
woman, as a person, as a human being. Now
Mhm,
I don't know that we'll see this in another season, but what I will say is that now I feel like people will be able to witness me evolve into a real quote unquote star. That's
mhm.
what I feel like is next. Like, okay, we saw her grow as a person, we saw her grow like as a friend and an individual.
Yes.
Now it's time for people to see Winter, the performer, the actress, the
Yes.
entrepreneur, um the boss lady. So I have so many things that I'm working on that will allow for that to happen. I'm really
Mhm.
excited, but I'm very serious and committed in this season. So we'll see what happens, but I know the sky's not even the limit. Like I'm
Mm.
excited.
I love that. And you sound so happy and with your growth, and we see it on the show. We see it off the show as well. And when you talked about working on your friendships, and we
Yeah.
see you and Ashley, put aside your differences,
Mhm.
and Erana as well. And I ask you, with your friendship with both of these ladies, How has your friendship with Ashley evolved? And what do you think about her as she, we know Ashley goes on social media, but she will tell the truth. What do you think about how she said about production, saying that we don't get to see the fun side of you guys when
Mhm.
you all are filming? And, she wishes that the fans, like, we could see more of that. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so I will say, Ashley and I have spent a lot of time together, and
Mhm,
I honestly will credit her with being more intentional about reaching out. I am
mhm,
not the best about that, not because I don't want to be, but because I really do balance and juggle a lot.
mhm,
Um, and it's just me. It's not like I have a husband at
mhm.
home that helps me manage all the things that I manage. So we really have spent a lot of time together. Arena and I, not so much. And I
Mm.
think she's been honest, and I've been honest. We wouldn't exactly call each other friends, but we're in a good place. We're not
Mhm,
enemies. We're not friends, but we're
mhm,
cool. When we see each other, we
mhm,
hug each other, greet each other, and we
mhm.
can talk and chat, and it's no beef.
No
But
beef.
I do
Mhm,
spend more time with Ashley just because weirdly we do have a lot more in common. So
mhm,
we kind of connect and we hang out more.
mhm,
All that to say, she's not wrong. You guys don't see a lot of the behind the scenes of us really kind of developing a friendship and
mhm,
having fun.
mhm,
People have accused us of being fake on social media, but it's like you guys don't get to see when we're at
mhm,
each other's house and spending time and getting to know each other. You guys aren't with us when we go on vacation and hang out and just chill.
mhm.
Like those are real bonding
Yeah,
experiences
and
that
we
the
would love
audience,
to see that. We
right,
would love to see that.
that the audience doesn't see. Or, I was accused of being a prude and stuck up, and
Mhm,
it, the times that we spend and we're chilling outside of you guys seeing it, people will be like, oh, this girl is silly, like she likes to have a good time, she's funny. But you guys don't see that. It's unfortunate, like people accuse Ashley of being a mean girl. I accused Ashley of being a mean girl,
right, right.
and she is very direct, which
Mhm,
can be very off-putting if that is not necessarily your preference when dealing with people, and she knows that. On the other hand, getting to know her, Ashley's actually very sensitive. She's more sensitive than me. And a lot of times when we have back and forth, she would be more upset about the situation than I would. I would just say what I
mhm,
had to say and walk off and move on.
mhm,
But she's actually a really sensitive, so she would
mhm,
take things to heart and feel some type of way. So um, she's not wrong. I
mhm,
mean, I don't
mhm.
think people like the way she delivers it,
The tone, mhm.
but she's not wrong.
But
It's
she's
true.
passionate about it.
Yeah,
I
but they
think
do cut out a lot. They do.
mm, mhm.
They
And
do.
we want to see the fun things. We want to see you all go on vacations. We want to see the
Yeah.
kiki ha-has, all of that stuff. And I think that that's something that is missing in reality TV. We want to see the good, the fun shade. We want to see, we like to see the drama, the mess. But at the end of the day, we want to see
Yeah.
kumbaya moments.
Yeah, you guys don't get to see a lot of that
We
though. It's
don't. We
unfortunate.
don't.
And you don't get to see a lot of that the second half, like based off, like we've seen the episodes, and unless they edited what we saw, you don't really get much of that, the
Wow.
next 11 or 14 episodes through the reunion. And the reunion is crazy. So I'm like,
Wow.
oh, I don't know.
So you got to spill the tea. You all have already shot the reunion because some of us we were wondering where's the reunion. It just the season finale. Where's the reunion? We
Yeah.
wanted to see what was going to happen at the reunion, and then a year and a half, almost a year and a half later, yeah,
Yeah, so you guys are missing 11 regular episodes. So instead of 10
wow,
more, there's 11 more. And then
wow,
there is a three-part reunion. We filmed that back in August.
wow, of
Yeah.
23, wow,
Yeah, but we finished filming back in at the end of March, beginning of
March,
April.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then like a few months later in August, we filmed the reunion. So all of this has been done. Like
Wow.
things are what they are. That's been a huge discussion as well
Mhm,
because, of
mhm.
course, for me, my storyline left off with new love. That's what people.
Yes,
And
yes.
Sal, we've been broken up for dang near 10 months.
Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Pause, flag on the play. So you are no longer in the relationship with the rapper.
No, I cut him loose as soon as we wrap filming.
Oh wow. Now
And
that was
honestly, based off of what we've seen, you
mhm.
guys won't even know the reason why I cut him loose until reunion.
Oh wow. So there are a lot of surprises in store for us this season, but at the reunion.
Ciao.
Oh, sip on that tea. So, we let's talk about the season, the episodes that, will start premiering on Friday. No, not Friday, but Saturday,
Saturday. Yeah.
January 27th.
Yeah.
Um, what is your take on the triangle with Ashley and Joy? What is your opinion of their beef?
So I honestly have never felt like it was something they couldn't get over.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't think any of the drama is that serious
Mhm.
based off of what you guys will have or what you guys have already witnessed.
Mhm.
However, there are things that happen in the second half that sink the ship.
Ooh.
And if it had not been for those things that have occurred, I believe they would have already reconciled and put it behind them.
Wow.
But there are some things that take place that just
Mm. Because it's a lie. It is a lie. And for once, you were not in the drama. Your name is Bennett,
Show
and you were not in it.
Lane. I try to tell people that all the time. Don't you try to drag me off in there because I got nothing to do with it.
Your name
Was
is Bennett, and you're surely not in it.
No, I am not in it. I have intentionally tried to stay neutral.
Hmm.
Um, I didn't feel like it was my fight.
Hmm.
I didn't have a dog in the. I don't have
Hmm.
a dog in the fight.
Hmm.
I have
Hmm.
on. I have purposely stayed on the outside because again, I feel like
Hmm.
it's between them.
Hmm.
I could see error on both sides,
Hmm.
but I really thought it wasn't that deep until
Hmm.
some things happened, and then the
Mm.
reunion child.
So we're saying what we will start watching is we gotta just wait to the reunion where all of the tea, everything will come out then.
Mhm,
Oh wow. So what is your opinion
mhm.
of Ashley saying that Arena chose a side? What do you think about that? Do you think Arena chose a side?
I don't think Arena wanted to choose a side, but she
Mhm.
did.
Mm. Mm.
I think
Ooh.
I really think it was Arena's desire to stay neutral.
Mhm.
Contrary to what people may think or believe, Arena and
Mhm.
Ashley really did become friends. They did.
Mhm.
And they were spending a lot of time together.
Mhm.
All that to say, somewhere in the midst of Arena getting to know Joy, they became close. And you can't
Mm.
fault people for fostering organic connections. Some
Mhm.
things
Mhm.
just are what they are. And
Mhm.
Joy and Arena are literally like best friends. They
Mhm.
are. They're
Mhm.
always together. Um, they ride hard for each other. So
Mhm.
I think that was difficult for Ashley to accept that
Mhm.
that was really taking place.
Mhm.
But then there's just other things that happen in the season where unfortunately Arena picked a side,
Ooh.
and I don't feel like Arena did it necessarily to be facetious. And if I'm being completely transparent, I do believe that Arena would still like want to be friends with Ashley. I really
Mhm.
do. I don't feel like she hates Ashley. I don't feel like,
Mhm.
there's any love lost. I just
Mhm.
think, unfortunately, the way things have gone down.
It
And when I
do
say that reunion is explosive, it is explosive to the point where I just don't know that they can move forward.
so you're saying that there is no light at the end of the tunnel that Arena and Ashley will become back cool and close again. That ship has sailed.
Um, Based off of what I know from both parties, I'm gonna say yes for now.
Ooh, wow. What's your relationship like with Joy?
Joy and I, we've hung out very sparingly. I don't have anything against Joy, but
Mm-hmm.
we literally live on opposite sides
Mm-hmm.
of the DMV. So if I see her out or we run into each other, like it's cool and it's all love. And I've
Mm-hmm.
actually came out to any like some, I don't want to call it event, but some things she was doing. And we had a good time. Like I have nothing against Joy. She's done nothing to me. I don't have an issue with her. Um, but I just don't hang out with her like that. I really
Mm-hmm.
don't. And it's just kind of the nature of what it
Mm-hmm.
is.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think I was seeing Clifton more because at the time he was cool with Carmen. And
Mm-hmm.
Carmen actually lives in my area. So he would come
Oh.
to events that Carmen would have and I would
Mm-hmm.
go to the events.
Mm-hmm.
So I would honestly see him more
Oh wow.
from him being connected to Carmen. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just what it is. I see
Mm-hmm.
Joy probably as much as I see Arena and Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh
don't see
wow.
either one of them as much. But I mean, again, I
Mm-hmm.
don't live in the same area as anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
the only reason why I see Ashley is because we legitimately have a group of friends that we all hang out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
And then even they'll tell you I've been absent for the last,
I,
4 months.
but you've been booked and busy, so of course you have a little leeway that you have to be absent because you have been booked and busy.
Child, booked and busy, and then I got a boo. So
Ooh,
I think
a new boo, a
because
new
of
boo,
that, yeah.
a new
But
boo.
this is how much y'all are behind. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell y'all how much life has changed. When I say like I broke up with the rapper 10 months ago, that's not a joke. I actually knew this guy before I knew the rapper, but we've been dating for 9 months.
Wow,
So
wow.
everyone is really behind, and
I
so
mean, I really thought, from from the trailer, you all were meeting each other's families, kids, and you did the whole couples trip, trying to get everybody to kumbaya, and then now you have a brand new boo.
yeah.
But is he in the entertainment industry?
Mm-mm.
Ooh, okay.
I don't want anyone in the entertainment industry.
Ooh,
He has entertainment industry ties, but
uh-huh.
he has his own businesses, and I like it that way because he's not trying to use me for leverage. He
Hmm.
has his
Hmm.
own, and it just works better. I think that's
Wow.
the one
Hmm.
lesson I learned this
Hmm.
past season was
Hmm.
whether women like it or not, if you have any sort of, prestige or
Hmm.
platform or
Hmm.
influence, you got to be careful. There are people who want to attach themselves to gain access to it. And I had to learn
Exactly.
that the
Hmm.
hard way. So the fact that he's not anywhere connected, he
Hmm.
doesn't want any parts of reality TV is great.
And
Like,
you're keeping it private, which is good.
I'm sick of giving y'all my personal business.
Oh.
That's where I am. I'm like, y'all have gotten a divorce. Y'all have gotten this
The
scallywag. I am
right.
good. I think
So it's no more until you all pop out together. If you have an event and he's there, that's the only time that we will see. But he will not be coming on Love and Marriage DC
no.
anytime soon. So how is since you broke up with the rapper, and I know that you were really good friends with Sherelle, and her husband kind of put you all together like a matchmaker kind of thing. Are you still friends with Sherelle? How is your friendship?
I don't really talk to them much anymore either.
Oh wow.
And I have
Wow.
nothing personal against them. When I tell y'all, I my business started growing
Hmm.
probably right around the time of right before we filmed the reunion. So I would
Hmm.
say mid-year, around July. We went to Jamaica. Sherelle didn't go. Ashley ended up going. I went. Coincidentally, the guy I was seeing, he was there during the same time in Jamaica. So we all
Oh.
were there around the same.
Uh-huh.
I would say from that point forward, my life got crazy busy. And then on
Hmm.
top of kind of like navigating this new dating situation,
Hmm.
I really hadn't talked to anybody. We did reunion. We all hung out at reunion. And then once we got back from reunion, everybody kind of went back to living their own separate lives.
Wow.
But let's talk about Black and Sherelle. About they live in a place that is far. Like they stay on the opposite end of where I stay, and most people in the DMV consider where I live to be far.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not anywhere near them. Like most of my cast lives in Maryland. I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm the only one who lives in Virginia.
Oh wow. So
So
everybody's just kind of far out.
right.
Wow.
No. Winter's far out.
You're far out. Okay. Everybody
Everyone
else is
else
more enclosed.
can get to each other.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
Winter that
Gotcha.
lives the farthest. So because
Gotcha.
of that, I don't see everyone like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not for a scene, if it's not for an event,
Yeah.
I'm literally in a whole different county, state. Like, I don't see people. So I think that's important for people to kind of understand. Like, I don't live in the same
Mm-hmm.
area as
Mm-hmm.
most
Mm-hmm.
of my cast, if not
Mm-hmm.
all. And I want to say
Mm-hmm.
all of them live in Maryland. I live
Mm-hmm.
on the opposite side. So by default, I just wouldn't see them on a regular basis unless
Mm-hmm.
it's something that's planned. And I think the last time I saw Sherelle was at a mutual friend of ours event called Momchella. That's the last time I
Mm-hmm.
saw her. Like, and I hadn't seen her in a while since then, or maybe like some influencer event. Like, that's really the only time I run into everybody
Wow.
is when we go to an event. Other than that, your girl is in a completely different section of the DMV, and
And booked and busy.
booked and busy, and it is insane. Like, a lot of things have just started picking up for me. So,
Mm-hmm.
child, Ashley was
Wow.
like, "Girl, we thought we lost you. We didn't know what happened."
It's like, no, I'm back. I was, listen, I had to be put on
Right.
pause, but I'm back. I'm back
I'm
in the
like, I'm
rotation.
around. I'm around. It's just, yeah. So it's not, like I said, I legitimately don't have beef with anyone. I
Mm-hmm.
don't.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of live my life and I see people when I see them.
And you see them when you see them. Now, Winter, we got to wrap our interview up because we are, right at that mark. But
Oh,
overall, you have new projects coming out. You got a new book coming out. And
yeah.
what can we see from Winter Harris in 2024?
Oh gosh. So yes, the Romancipation, my sixth one, is happening the week of Valentine's Day. So if you're in the DMV, I would love for you to attend. We just locked down
Yes.
the venue and it's a beautiful venue. So I hope you guys can join us. Go get your tickets on my website, simplywinter.com. And then I am actually getting ready to launch my book tour, and we'll have dates
Okay.
different
Yes.
cities that I will be visiting. It's called the Single Housewife Affirmation Cookbook. And so it's a mixture of recipes, affirmations, and etiquette tips all in one place. And so I love all things girly and female. So this
Mm-hmm.
book is definitely feminine and fancy. So I'm
Yes.
excited about it. And then, yeah, I'll be working on new music.
Yes.
Really
Cannot wait
excited
for
about
that.
that. I will, fingers crossed. I have a performance I just got booked for. I'll be doing a
Yay.
live Valentine's Day performance, and hopefully that new music will be dropped that night. So if
Oh,
you are in the
congratulations.
DMV, you will be able
Yes.
to hear new music from me. I'm working with new producers, so I'm really, really excited about that. And then I'm doing more speaking and I'm getting back into training. So if
Mhm.
you stay tuned and connect to my website, you'll be able to sign up for my workshops, my master classes, and just kind of keep up with my event schedule. That's something that's
Mhm.
starting to fill up quite a bit. So there's a lot on the horizon. All I can say is stay connected on
Mhm.
Instagram. I'm going to be putting out new YouTube content. I'm moving more
Okay.
into
Been
lifestyle
missing that
creation.
YouTube content.
Yes, so
Yes,
I am taking it seriously. DJ Richie Sky encouraged me. He was like, "You would crush it on YouTube." So I'm
you
taking
really
his
would. Because
advice seriously.
your lives, come on, you be getting into the nitty gritty, like the topics, and everybody is chiming in. I've chimed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need that Winter Harris on YouTube.
Well, we are getting into it. So Winter
Yes.
is going on YouTube, taking her talents, building my platform. I am working on pitching like just new things. I've started acting lessons, so I'm
Mm,
auditioning for some roles. I'm in season
okay.
2 of Hush this season.
Oh
Um,
wow. And that's
yeah,
already premiering now, right? On All Black.
yep. So I'm in
Congratulations.
one of them episodes. So if you
Okay.
see me, that is definitely me. Coincidentally, my scene is with Erica Mena. So I thought
Okay.
that was interesting, based off all the things that kind of happened with that. But she
Uh-huh.
was really cool. Um, yeah, there's a lot going
Lot,
on, but
a
it's
lot.
good stuff. It's all good. It's all
Eh,
good. So I'm in a great place and very peaceful and
mm-hmm.
happy and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the one thing that I feel like is my New Year's resolution is to get off my happy weight because I got too happy. So I had
Oh,
to put on.
girl.
I had lost all this weight and then I put a little bit back on because I'm like bit good and happy. So we got to work.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on that now as we speak.
Hey, I need to get off this COVID weight, this anxiety, depression, all of that. I have to come off of this. So I'm with you on that. I'm cheering you
Thank
on as
you.
well, sister. I
Yes.
am. So Winter, thank you so much for
Thank you
coming
for
back
having
on the
me.
Sip and Sip podcast. And you all make sure you tap in with Winter, follow her, support her. We got to continue to support our Black entrepreneurs, our Black
Thank
women
you.
in media, in reality TV. We got to continue to support. She's doing some big things. Check her out, go on her website and follow her right now. And make sure you tune in for new episodes of Love and Marriage DC coming Saturday, January 27th on. And Winter, before we leave, 3 words to describe the new episodes and the reunion. 3 words.
Shocking, dramatic, and woo chow. That's
Woo!
all I can say. That's all I
Mm.
got. Woo
Ooh, and that,
chow.
but you said enough with the woo child. We already know when we say the woo child, then you already know it's about to be a popping season. So I cannot wait. And of course, I got to be on this on your live because I know you and Ashley are going to tear it up. And your live Instagram is going to be every Saturday right after the episode, right?
Right after the episode, we're going live.
Awesome, awesome. Hey, new season, Love and Marriage DC premieres Saturday, January 27th on again. Winter Harris, the queen of the snowflakes, queen of Love and Marriage DC. Thank you so much. And we will see you in the next episode, y'all. Bye.